and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Well, hello everyone, and we're very happy to welcome you all back here to the Le Mans series here for season 15. We're going to be taking place over in Sebring. It's a very quick introduction, but we're going to indeed gonna have some very exciting racing here on the Formula R field. We will continue on for a more complete introduction later on. We're going to see through the first cars making through their flying laps. Indeed, the Benwart will be the first of them during this qualifying session. Joining alongside me here is the great Juho Soppinen as well. Good afternoon, Juho. How are you?
I'm more like grumpy US opening, but thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here again. Of course, Sebring is a very bumpy track with high speed turns and also low speed turns. It's very, a bit bumpy. Oh, hello, Junior. Sorry about that, but yeah. Anyways, this race will be super exciting because there's a lot of people that know this track, but also some people might not know this track. But anyways, we might see like a good race. But currently, Bradley Cater, the reigning champion, as we call him, now it was a mistake from me. Is going is going 1.1 seconds faster than wait, I forgot the Ward. It's mixed up. Apologies. Oh, Ben Ward. There we go. Thank you.
Benwart 5/10ths quicker than anyone on through to the first sector, so Allocator I think maybe coming off from a bit slow from that, but it's good shine indeed from Wart. Actually, Bradley has indeed responded. He's gone 46-0 on his first sector, so definitely room for improvements for the Lexus driver. As you mentioned before, crowned a new LMGT3 champion in that category, and he's won every race bar one, and the one which he has not attended is effectively counted as his drop round, so it's still possible he can go for the entire season with all the wins onto the back, and up through the back straight here at the airfield. Again, very bumpy, as the thumbnail has suggested. It's going to be very, very, very hard to see how these drivers are going to be able to really tackle through these corners. As you can just see that Lexus bumping up and down on the asphalt, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they'll keep their ground steady for the next 60 minutes here.
Yes, I mean, as yeah, have to have a very specific, how do you say it, setup on this track, because you will be bouncing like boing 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 every time, as Spokauskas goes up to fourth, but then drops down to fifth. That name is that name looked very hard, but but somehow very easy to pronounce for me. Is is that a Lithuanian driver? To be fair, I wonder.
It might be. He's one of the few drivers that doesn't don a custom livery, but oh my goodness me, that was someone off. I'm not quite sure that was. It was Kevin Rivera, the man that came very close to winning. I think the last time we were here in America. No, he wasn't. He was yeah, it was back in Spa that he almost won with his battle with Ben Wart, but I don't think he came close in the end. But indeed, I know, I think I am getting mixed up there. But again, really showing the troubles that this track indeed does offer here.
Yes, for sure, and of course, this track does give you a lot of trouble. You have to be very precise on the corners as well. But yeah, it's looking to be a very exciting race, this one, and of course, There is like 18 minutes. We might have missed some parts of qualifying. Apologies for that to the viewers that came in watching. But either way, there was just some technical difficulties, as we just say. But either way, uh, Kevin Rivera, Ben Ward, they might be uh, two drivers to watch, but Bradley Cater, unsurprisingly, he's the one to watch. If he dominates this race and takes 8 wins, 9 wins, I don't remember. But yeah, currently the reigning champion has proven himself very good in this series. Actually, pitch perfect in this series. But either way, we'll see how this goes as Kevin Rivera comes for his lap right now. It looked like a outlap for me, or he did a. Oh yeah, he did make a mistake. Yeah, I'm seeming to forget something things.
Oh goodness me, that's Lynch Pukushkas also going off. And that is Bellman behind and has to take very evasive action. Oh my goodness me, really has to get off to let Samuel to complete his lap. I wonder if that might have cost him a bit. As still
Yes,
right on board with the Corvette. Actually, the only Corvette we have in this, it's the only real home track for the American manufacturer, I believe, because, well, technically you can count the Porsche LMPs since they're Porsche Penske. Another yellow flag. What is happening? Oh my goodness me, that's Bradley Cater!
Yep. That might have been a spin and hit the wall. Or he just stopped the car and said, yeah, that's enough for qualifying, I think. But yeah, but he currently has this on his gloves, basically. Pole position currently by 1.3 seconds. But yeah, that's unfortunate for Bradley Cater. He might have gone over the limits on that lap, basically.
I think he definitely did, but my goodness me, that is no easy feat as, yep, indeed. Very unfortunate there for Bradley. Qualifying still continues on though, slowly ticking down to the remaining 1 minute and 10 seconds now. 70 seconds. Stuart Brady, meanwhile, this is going to be looking to be a really good performance for himself. He's made sporadic appearances, but has never reached the podium in the GT3s. Very came close to fourth a couple rounds back though, and with P2 all the way that it's standing, it's looking really strong for him. Ben Ward also into the pits, and that'll be Bellman. So I think that'll be the last three of the runners. Rivera finally managed to set a representative lap time, and he's gotten himself up into third. Ben Ward, that we usually see as best of the rest, is struggling in fifth actually, and looking to be in the garage. He can't improve any further than that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Ben Ward, as Stuart Brady is going for his last lap, if I'm right or wrong.
I think it's an in lap now because the time is, I think the time is over. So effectively, they've done their final laps for the 15 minutes. So I think everyone is definitely going in. Harry Hammond is going in, for instance, and I must imagine Spokushkas will also soon follow suit. Also soon follow suit.
Yep. But as Linus, yeah, 1.1 seconds off the pace in Sector 1 currently. But I think this is going to be an in lap, or I think he's still in a fast lap as Harry Heyman, or Hamon, I don't know how to spell that name correctly, but is going on a pretty decent lap, as I can see.
He's going into an in lap now, so he won't be able to set any more representative lap times. But the British driver is one of our, I believe, is going to be our new debutant here in the Tier 1 series, as there's Bellman that just has a slight little excursion off track, and well, he'll be pretty happy with fourth indeed, and has a chance to get into the podium indeed. And I don't think there was enough time for Harry to enter into the pits. So we're going to see the cars gently come out of their garages and gonna wait for the timer to tick down. 10 minutes is going to wait for us here at first qualifying, but it seems to be the same old, but it's going to be a different story to tell this time, as Bradley Cater once again holds on to a GT3 pole position. Again, just pure dominance from that driver. 1.3 seconds clear of the driver behind. But Stuart Brady, meanwhile, beats Kevin Rivera and Ben Ward, the usual contenders for best of the rest. And a very phenomenal for him because he's only about 2/10 away from Rivera. And behind from Rivera as well, Bellman is only 800ths clear of Rivera. So while it looks to be pretty clear out on front with Cater still getting another pole position, it's going to be way more difficult because usually between Rivera and Ward they battle, but it looks to be Brady, Rivera, and Bellman could be battling on with Ben Ward if he manages to pick it up. But B, Bradley Cater crashed in qualifying, and that's very foretelling about the nature of Sebring.
Yeah, I think most of the cars could bottom out, but I mean this is a very technical track. You have to get your suspensions right to the right weight of angle, because either way you're gonna bump it. It's gonna bounce a lot when you're turning into a fast corner, and also then if you bounce too much and hit the ground too much, then you start to bottom out, and then pew, it just completely you know you just spin around and then hit the wall very hard also, because as it has proven lots of times in real life that this track needs to be perfectly perfectly set up for these cars, LMHs, GT3s, LMP2s, whatever you want to put it on. Even MX5s, as you might know, they do sometimes bounce too much, but it does a lot of difference when you set up the car a tiny bit on the suspension as well.
Absolutely, indeed. I think Moria Mar is also one of the few coming in as well. Emil Arp just exiting out from the pits himself, and ooh boy, this is going to be quite an interesting scene of events here at Sebring. Gonna wait for 10 minutes left to go. Uh, Again, what we had seen from our debutants back in the last round, very interesting that we've seen for across the board. Emila Arp, I think, was battling with Sandy Burgi throughout the rest of Spa Francorchamps, and well, they put on a heck of a battle. But I don't think Sandeep is going to be here for qualifying, so Emil will definitely be on his own to see what he can do. Amori Amar makes his return, having not started back in. I think he is in this surfer, so he has making his return. He previously competed back over at Texas, just over at Spa, and he'll make a good return. He did pretty good back in America because he got recorded his equal best position finish, similar to back in round one with sixth place, and it could be possible that we can see even better from him. As I'm trying to see who else we have as well. Ah, yes, Alejandro Nadales. He was last round. He was tier 2 to tier 1 promotion, and what a promotion story that was for the Spaniard, holding a driver of the day, I believe, giving the battle between himself and Wagner Marquez a very good showing through Spa-Francorchamps, and indeed a great highlights package for the Phoenix Sim Sports Instagram. Ryan Warwick becomes the first of the drivers to exit out through to the exit out to the pits. He's currently holding on to the championship lead as it stands, 194 points clear. Not 194 points clear. He holds 194 points from Kenneth Dow Peterson. These two have been them and Andrew Tiger have been the drivers that have continuously shown up in here and out throughout the entire series, as Andrew Tiger claims here. It's not really going to be his cup of tea, the Sebring, given the bumpy nature of the surface of the track. That's indeed going to be something. Yep, indeed, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to wait to see from Yuho on how that will persist. Hopefully my controls are still available. Yes, they still are. Fantastic. Alrighty, so we're going to see from Ryan how it'll indeed go through now. He's going to be starting through his first sector now. Looking to be pretty interesting indeed throughout the board. And a lot of things can indeed happen with Sebring in particular. Very, very dramatic of a circuit. Of course, with all the other tracks that I know of, not completely familiar with the Sebring International Raceway. Give some reminiscence to Silverstone, but again, such a short track surface as well. I think it's probably one of the shortest surfaces of the calendar that we have. And there we go. Le Mans through to the Le Mans straight. Ryan O'Rourke goes. Sneaking out through double apex or triple apex through turn 17 of Sunset Bend. One of the most iconic corners in the American motorsport scene. Getting very, very close through to the wall at through the final corner. A pretty good lap time indeed to set for Wart as Cheeky gets about 2/10 better. Continuing on through one, you can see as the track continuously narrows out from 2, and then breaking down for 3, a swings around through 4 and to the right, and then a deep turning over through 5. Again, a lot wider apex can allow to facilitate your exit to turn 6 of Big Ben. Hog on to the inside line as much as you possibly can, and then you have to go way back over to the left now because you have to be wary for turn 7 here of the hairpin. Not complete hairpin because there's an apex. Gonna swing you right back left and then right back right over here. Staggered 8 of Fangio through to 9, a little kink up ahead, and another short break past the advertising boards through to 10. Very hard 90-degree right-hander. 11 of Juliet, and through to 12, flat out, and then a proper 90-degree bend of 13 of Tower. That's going to run perpendicular to 1 of 3 road to the right-hand side. 14th of Bishop, right of a swinging chicane. It's like a chicane, but kind of elongated. 15 and 16 of Le Mans is going to be notoriously difficult, as you can just see there. Ryan O'Rourke swings it round through. Manages to keep through his school. A lot of very interesting tracks, I must say. Of course, with the Le Mans straight and the other straight up ahead with the bumps, it's going to be difficult to see how they can navigate it through. And as well, there's not enough track surface to maybe make a move, so qualifying is going to be all the more important here. Will there be any more improvements for what to set for his lap time? 40 on for the first sector. And no, it's not going to be enough. David Cheeky, I think, improved just even further. And that will be lap traffic up ahead to worry about, as you can see Jav Picky has done that. There you can see Peterson, though, moves himself up through to third. Alejandro Nadales, the standout drivers, can only do a best of 4th. You have to be worried about that. Him and Cheeky did indeed both been extraordinarily strong performances throughout the entire season thus far, given their mid-season's promotions. Of course, Nadal's one race appearance to him is still continuing through that form very nicely and well. Enzo Hendricks, meanwhile, pretty good from the Dutch driver. And still looking for his first podium. He's still got back in Spa and in Texas. 4th place has been the best. Actually, his best opportunity was indeed back in the Circuit of the Americas. So, the territory indeed for the Toyota driver to do what he can do. Nori Amar, as mentioned, he's out for on track. The only American-made hypercar, if you not count the Porsches that we have, is going to be interesting. In fact, the Porsche Penske and the Cadillac, 2 American-made manufacturers, and also IMSA, which is notorious for being a staple here in American endurance scene. As we can see, Amari Amar makes a spin. Luckily, may be able to make for a recovery. Again, just because of the tight nature of the circuit, it's going to be really hard to do a 180 in the Cadillac. But luckily, he still manages to hold it in. Welcome back, Yoho.
Thank you. Junior's being a bit of, a hassle. Oh, and thank you, Phil Hall.
Dallas has improved. Nadaz is up into 3rd, and displaces Ryan Ward from 4th. Kenneth Pearson improves up into 2nd, and David Cheeky is heading into the pits with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. I'm not quite sure. Another yellow flag, I think. I don't know who that might have been. Oh my goodness me, that's Andrew Taggart!
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness me, that's not a good showing from the Ferrari hypercar driver. This is coming out through the final corner. Very, very difficult, as we mentioned before. And the Irishman has got a lot of work to cut up here. And we have seen him in difficult positions like this, but nothing quite like this. You got to think about the championship at hand as well. Could be able to get some very valuable points from Bal, but I think that was too damage for himself to continue. And that will pose through an early quit indeed. David Cheeky, though, out on the pits now, so he's going to start for his flying up now. 5 tenths clear of Kenneth Peterson. This is going to be almightily impressive from Cheeky if he can really throw it onto the board. Just been flirting with the top 10 positions, but the German can really make it stand out here. He could be eyeing for his second podium, but it's first race win as well. See a bit on much of the grass, and can he able to hold it? Yes, he does manage to hold it in. Pretty good showings from himself.
Yep. As you know, this track proves to be one of the most difficult ones, to be fair. And of course, the last corner is very, very difficult. Even the Le Mans chicane, or Le Mans corner, whatever you want to call it, to Allman Straight will be one of the hardest points of this track, to Sunset Bend as well. But either way, it now proves that most people can make a mistake in this track, because as we've seen now with the GT3s and LMHs, it's very, very difficult, of course.
Indeed, Cheeky is really giving his all here. Been very, very close. He is actually weaving in and out, so he could be eyeing for another attempt. 1 minute and 36 seconds left to go, so really has to put in the lap of his life to see if he can make it stick. 40.3 first sector and 28.7 second. Not sure if that will be for improvement. It is yellows off for the board. 27.0. So I might have a chance to go for again. Go 1 second quicker. Another yellow flag. Oh my goodness me, that is Ryan Wart. Struggling through once again. I think that might be... Is that the best that Ryan can do, I wonder? Just maybe 4th. He seems to be struggling, just seems to be a little bit more than he can wiggle through, yeah, my goodness me, through Le Mans. And, yeah, I think that could be it for Ryan. Kenneth Pearson into the pits, same with Amar. So second and second, but best that they could do is Emil Arp.
Oh, Emil Arp, almost losing it basically into after the first turn, but going through now the big bend here on this lap. Oh, and he's off. He's off at the big bend. That's his qualifying over. There's no way he can make another lap here, but it proves to me that it might be pole position for David Cheeky.
He's purple on the second sector, though. If he could tie anything out coming through Le Mans and the Sunset Bend, qualifying can well and truly be his. And it is possible that we see him, but oh my goodness me!
No.
Too much on the grass means that David Cheeky is not going to get an improvement that he needs, but I don't think it will matter because everyone else is already down into the pits, but it is still heartbreak from the German. But oh my goodness me, that was looking to be a phenomenal lap for the German driver, but he'll still be pretty happy with a pole position to his name. Alejandro Nadales going to be heading to the pits. I think Ryan Ward, does enough time to make an improvement for himself. Alonso Hendricks also gone off as well, so the Dutch driver can't improve any further for himself. And Andrew Taggart, meanwhile, yeah, he has just too much time. I think another yellow flag. I'm not quite sure where that would go for. Oh my goodness me, Andrew Taggart has gone off once again. He's gone off through once again. I don't think anyone is going to have enough time to make through the improvements. Yeah, indeed, as we can see, Ryan Ward entering in to the pits. Yeah.
And David Cheeky is on pole position here for Sebring for the first time. if I'm actually right or wrong. This is the first time for David Cheeky to be on pole position in here at the Phoenix Sim Sports Le Mans Ultimate Series.
That is very, very impressive, I must say, for David Cheeky. And we'll have a look over to the results. Now, as we've mentioned, David Cheeky, very, very phenomenal pole position into his name, about 5/10 clear of championship protagonist Kenneth Dal Pearson. He'll be very happy with his championship form up ahead. Will continue to rival Ryan Wart, with only Alejandro Nadales looking to make it 2 podiums in a row. That'll be very impressive there from Busmani if he can able to pull it off. Ryan Wart 4 behind has got a lot to do in order to try and nassle damage control for his championship lead to Pedersen, with Hendricks completed through Toyota P5, still looking for his first podium indeed. Andrew Taggart is struggling very much, but he'll still be pretty happy with 6th. Amoy Amar in 7th, with Emilio up in 8th. And over to the GT3s, it's another pole position for Bradley Cater for the GT3s, the Lexus. Very, very phenomenal throughout the entire season. Stuart Brady would be happy with his first row start indeed. And Kevin Rivera will make it through to an Aston Martin P3 once again through this season, with Samuel Bellman and the Cadillac behind over in 4th. Ben Ward struggling quite a lot in the Porsche in 5th, and Harry Hamon, good debut from him to finish off into 6th, about 2/10 clear of behind Wart. And Linus Bukushkas makes his return from the Mons, and he'll be starting over at 7th.
Looks to be that this will be a very, very exciting race with Cheeky on pole position and now Bradley Cater back on pole position after his one race break. Let's just say that.
Indeed, of course, just before we head over to the races, 5% discount. Use the code Phoenix Simsport at checkout for discount. Big thanks to Aztec Simsports for sponsoring the championship here thus far. And quick overlook at the standings before I head over to the race with 9 seconds left to go. Ryan Wart still holds a lead, 194, with Kenneth Dal Pedersen, 177, is going to be able to close that gap with that during qualifying. Sebastian Bowe won't make an appearance here, 141 points is still going to be good for the Jamaican, with Andrew Taggart behind, 96 points, seems to be struggling a lot here. Kenzo Crucian-Blin, 95 points for Benito Luis, 81. Lorenzo Hendricks, 75, good points for him to continue his charge up through the field, with Martin Rosenhauer, 53, Wagner Marquez, 38, and Amari Amar in 10th with 34 points. Over to the GT3s, Bradley Cater is your LMGT3 champion of the world here with the 266 points. Ben Wart can't do one better, but he'll still have a battle for 2nd with Karen Rivera throughout this race. Matthew Webb over behind in 4th, 73 points, with Samuel Bellman. Going to be a good points overall for him to get himself promoted up higher. Alex Detellier, 54 points. Bartels, 50 points. Stuart Bradley, 2nd place. That's going to be very, very impressive for him to see if he can break up into the top 6, with Zachary Evans, 39, and Nadine Saturmir in 30 points. So we're just waiting for the line out to start, and we're going to set through the starting order.
As now it is time for formation lap.
Yeah, indeed. The front row going to be very impressive indeed. David Cheeky holds on through with Kevin Dalf Peterson completed for row 1. Alejandro Nadales with Ryan Wart for row 2, and then row 3 Lorenzo Hendricks and Andrew Taggart there with Amari Amar and Emil Arp in 8th. And then following with that we have Bradley Cater and Stuart Bradley will complete for the first row in the GT3s, and then followed by Karen Rivera and Samuel Bellman in the second row of the GT3s, Ben Wart and Harry Hamon in row 3, and then finally Linus Bukushkas as still in there in the sole Mercedes. So we're going to slowly wait for the flag to drop here at Sebring. 60 minutes is going to be quite a hard feat indeed to be able to manage and master through these cars, but a lot of things that can happen here throughout the race. Just going to wait for the timer to slowly start ticking down.
Eyes
and it's off.
On
We're
the
underway
green.
here at Phoenix. My goodness me, this is going to be quite a good start for Alejandro. My goodness me, going to be going 3 wide down for turn 1. This is going to be absolutely hectic. And my goodness me, Alejandro Nadales has made up a place, get himself up into 2nd. And me with
there's a crash in the
oh my goodness, there's a crash
GT3s.
over in the GT3s. I cannot believe it.
Who was that? I think that was in one of the Astons. I think that was Rivera with one of the Porsches as well.
Yeah, that was Harry, Harmon, Bellman, and Rivera all collectively involved, and that's going to be dreadful for the way that they are starting at the moment. But Cheeky still holds on through to the lead as it can. Just a bit cut on the grass through the apex. He still manages to be able to keep his cool. And indeed, a very, very interesting race to start off. And I cannot believe that crash up before ahead. That was really going to set the pace indeed. As Bukushkas still fourth, Ben Ward third, Spear Brady second, and Hader in first. Andrew Tiger is still struggling, lost the place to Harp and Amar. But then these two are going to continue on to battle continuously as we're going to see an overtake. Round for the outside, Emilia up goes. A bit of contact between the two drivers. This is going to be absolutely crucial coming for Le Mans. But meanwhile, Emil Arp surely might be able to have it later on the brakes. And what a fantastic move there from Emil Arp. And that is an incredible move. And we're going to see, looking up through the field, if there's going to be any more fighting to be happening here. No, there isn't quite. We can see Morimar try and have a look down through to the inside onto Emil Arp. Oh my goodness, man, he swings it around, absolutely denies him. And that is very, very aggressive racing. This is going to allow for Andrew Taggart to claw his way back up through the field. And surely with that Ferrari power unit that we've seen before, it's really crucial on fruit tracks. Could be able to benefit from here as he's looking to try and pressure to Amar, but to no avail.
Yeah, Emil Arpe says, "Cop that, never mind, he's now gone wide, and now Amar takes sixth place as Taggart is pretty much behind, still watching the battle behind, but that was a very good fight between those two."
Indeed, super close action that we're seeing between these two. Emil Arp just kind of weaving a bit, looking to try and get through on the position as they head over to the Harpin through to 7. Swings around out, coming through and Fangio. And fantastic racing that we're seeing from these guys is indeed for last place, but well, not for last place, but for a very crucial P6 with very valuable points. As Ben Ward actually clawed his way up for the field and has displaced Stuart Brady, and he'll be happy to regain P2.
Yep, it looks like everything looks to be planned for the Porsches currently.
Ooh.
As a big tank slapper. Is that Brady? I think. Yeah, Brady had a bit of a tank slapper there, as Pokauskas is behind those two, but he might definitely catch up, as Brady is looking to be on pace with Ward here, as it seems to be that Ryan Ward, the championship leader, might have control on this championship going to the finale as well, hanging on in third place ahead of Dahl Peterson here, as we see Dahl Peterson is pretty much 9 tenths behind Ryan Ward. Oh wow, that was a wide moment for Dahl Peterson, but keeps it on track at least. Oh, I thought he was gonna spin around a little bit, but never mind. It was an illusion of vision. Yellow flags are out here on track. Who could that be? Possibly one of the G3s.
I don't know who
Was
that
it
was.
Arpa spinning?
I don't know who that was. I might have been Harp. Harp has lost so much time, but we're gonna cut down through to a replay to have to just see what happened here. And my goodness me, this was absolutely a chaotic start through to the race. Amari Amar up into 6th, as previously mentioned. Andrew Taggart able to challenge him just a little bit, but still wasn't through. A bit of a swing around, but the Cadillac still manages to hold his own. To fend off from Andrew Taggart that is sitting 4th in the championship. They're going to be no easy feat. The Cadillac is definitely doing his all. My goodness me, this is completely intense racing we're watching here.
Yeah, it is intense racing, of course, as Taggart is still catching up to Amar here, as Amar is trying to still stay ahead with the American Cadillac here on their home soil, as Taggart is pretty much taking the slipstream of Amar, and here he comes I think he's gonna look on the inside. Well, there's not much gap there, but there's still chances into going to the long straight. A bit of a wide moment for Amar here. Could Andrew Tugart get a sixth place here? Could it be happening onto the first corner? No, it won't, because there's still not enough gap to make it through, as Amar is trying to make a
Whoa!
wide line, as
Whoa!
Andrew Tugart locks up, almost hits Amar here, but still keeps the position. And luckily there's no contact between the two. It would have been a bit of a disastrous mover, dis- disastrous moment for the championship in teams as it stands for the moment. But
Yeah, that would have been absolutely
Yeah.
hectic for Andrew to have made contact with Amar, but honestly, I've seen enough 20 kilograms to Toyota for that absolutely outrageous move. A yellow flag. Wonder what happens here. Oh, goodness me.
Oh,
That's
there's
Peterson. Captain Peterson. Oh, no, Emil Arp. It's Emil Arp. He's off track. No,
Yep,
it is
Emil Arp
Peterson.
is-
Wait, it is Peterson.
yeah, Peterson is off. That might spell something to the championship as well, because as you might know, Ward might have over a 20-point advantage here, but going to Fuji, it might be like this. It might be a match point for
Oh, it's
for
so hard to
the
tell.
LMH camp.
It's so hard to tell who has the yellow flags. I thought that was Bellman going a bit slowly out from an exit and has lost a lot of time, 9 seconds clear from that. So a lot of people are very struggling here. But Ryan Ward doing really well to hold on through the third and able to pressure through the second, but overtaking Hernandez as we've seen back in Spa. One of the starlights of his debut here now has to try and fend off that from the current championship leader in the hypercar class, and Ryan Ward. So again, that's going to be pretty interesting. He's the championship leader, Ward is. I don't think he's won it quite just yet. Of course, it can be cemented in here or in the final round in Fuji, I believe, 120 minutes. So that's indeed could be possible. Jiki, I believe, is still eyeing for his first race win, I believe. Came agonizingly close over at Le Mans to no avail, but this could be, honestly, the Ferrari driver's best ever chance to clinch it here. And, well, I mean, what a good way to do it. 3 seconds clear of the Spaniard behind him, Nadales. And he's going to be able to, still a good chance, actually, to get to another podium, the Spaniard, because they're both about himself and Ward, or about 4 seconds clear of the car behind. I think, if you don't mind, I'm just going to go through to a quick replay to see what happened through at the start.
Oh, I do mind. I'm joking.
Oh my god, you absolute evil man. Alright. Good old
Anyways.
Le Mans stutterings. We apologize for the epilepsies that we might give here to the stream.
Don't worry. At least Kitty is actually enjoying this.
Okay, so this is coming up for the start.
So going through the
start, hypercars, but they're going 3 wide, heading for turn 1.
3 wide into
Oh
that. Yeah, Rivera touches the wall. Then one of the Porsches needed to avoid. Oh, there was a near kiss moment there, but yeah, let's see again. Rivera might have hit the wall. He went too close to turn 1 wall basically, and made it way too close. That oh no, it was contact with the one of the Porsches, and then another Porsche is wiped out as well, trying to avoid the crash. But it's unfortunate. Kevin Rivera starting third now, not really having the best start here. Yeah, close the door. Yeah, I don't want to point at fingers there, but there was still some space to be left, but it's hard to tell from this angle, as yeah, he was side by side, and then bang, yeah, Harry Heyman got I got also caught up in that as well. Innocent bystander, to be fair. Just locked up and made a mistake as well. But it's unfortunate for this. It's a it, mo- in my opinion, it's a racing incident. To be fair, in this moment, but yeah, it happens.
I'm trying to figure out when this we have like another brief incident. Oh, here we go. So this is yeah. So this is on board with him falling down through behind Amar, chasing up for P6. The dirty air is produced with turn 1 is pretty massive. He still manages to hold it. Oh my goodness me, that was a tank stopper and a half. Wow. And indeed, that was quite a struggle for LMU. He still managed to hold on through and keep it on for his own, but I think that might have been a bit of damage there. Would you say, Yuho?
Yeah, it would have been a lot of some damage as well.
Because it's just a, yeah, the rears lock up, and if it's unprecedented, then it's hard to do that. I think that might have been a bit of suspension damage as well, up onto the lights through on that. Can't help here, Sydney,
Yeah, a bit
what?
of front tolling damage as well from that impact because it was actually a very, pretty much a very like clean impact to the wall on the front left as well. But luckily he didn't lose the front bumper, but still continues to race at least, if I'm right or wrong.
This is Kenneth. Oh my goodness me, what a spin. And yeah, has to lose a place. And again, the tight circuit, very careful for the rejoin, which the Danish does do well.
Yeah, it is unfortunate for the Danish driver. Just fighting. He's fighting for the championship. He has done a lot of good things this year, but these mistakes happen, and yeah, it's it's just unfortunate for him. I mean, doing good results in these races, but then also having these mistakes, it's it's unfortunate for sure. I feel for him pretty much.
I saw Emil Arp like lose 13 seconds, so I'm not quite sure what has. He was 13 seconds behind from himself and Amar, so I don't know what quite. Oh my goodness me! Thought that was a bit of kick on the grass that we saw. Bellman was the one that was going slow that we've seen before. Catch an eye on him. It's possible. Or I could be seeing things. It's possible I could be seeing things. But I know when I'm not seeing things. Ben Wart has dropped over to 7th. Oh, he's in for the pits.
This Yeah, he's in the pits right now doing a strategy call. It might be too early to pit for you know for something some tires
Oh
and the
no.
fuel.
There you go. We found it. Oh, first lap one. Gee, oh my goodness me. That is a hefty impact for Ben Wart. And
Oh
yeah, I
man.
had to drop down. I think it was damage repairs as he gently levitates out of the ground, but rejoins back over in 6th place, and with that pit stop is indeed dropped down further down the order. Still trying to wonder like how Amari Amar has. Oh dear. Oh, okay, we found it. So this is his battle with Andrew Taggart for P6. That is gonna be a bit of contact off the grass. Oh my goodness me, and that is a hefty impact from
Yeah,
Amari.
yeah, that is a very big impact for Amari Amar, but still keeps continuing. I think.
He's still
Oh,
continuing, yes. So that's
oh,
not bad. And there's
am I
Emil.
seeing
Oh,
red things? But that front looks very damaged. To be fair,
it does look damaged. You're pretty right on through that.
like like very damaged. I'm surprised it didn't even knock off as well.
Harp was really. I'm not quite sure I'm trying to figure out where he struggled back here. I think we've seen this before. Yeah, we did see this before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that
one
was
we see this.
yeah. So he's still like recovered from that, and yeah, from the way it stands, it's hard, but yeah, still going to be able to keep through his cool.
Yeah. Of course, the race must continue for the drivers if they tend to continue after that crash.
Wait,
There will
he's
be a.
Alejandro Downs is out.
Oh no, that might be a disconnection. I think.
That could be a disconnection. He's not going at all. Oh my goodness me, that is a massive disconnection for
Yeah. Oh
Alejandro.
no.
Oh my
That's
god.
unfortunate for Alejandro. I feel for him. I feel very sorry. That wasn't even his fault, because these happen mostly of the times in this game, but unfortunate for him. Very, very, just very unfortunate. As yeah, it is. It is very, very sad. Of course, going for his second podium of the season, but it is unfortunate.
Yep, indeed. Apologies for that, viewers. It was a very long replay session indeed, but sometimes you just have to scout for the looks of that. But back over to live racing action once again. David Cheeky still holds on through to the lead, and it's improved a lot. It's now come off to 7 seconds now. Sorry about that, Yuho. Ryan Ward holds on through to second, 8 seconds, just clear of that. But Hendricks, meanwhile, eyeing for his first podium, and it could be a very, very good chance for him. The Dutch driver, German driver, still third, and very, very clear of Taggart Dal Peterson. Meanwhile, oh my goodness me, the spare out from the hairpin is just quite devastating to see. But at least he's recovering pretty well for the 5th, at least.
Yeah, and of course we might see a curse here lifting off for David Cheeky. I mean, of course he's leading by 8 seconds from the championship leader here, but he needs to keep this very consistent and also on track and on rails basically to get this win. As yeah, we do see. We do sometimes see mistakes from Cheeky. Last time it was in Spa, an unfortunate disaster. But yeah, it is gonna be an absolute delight for the German driver for sure, and it will be up for celebrations as well.
Indeed, absolutely indeed, and this is going to look to be a very, very good way for Avicii to get his first Capital Pearson is into the pits.
Oh, oh, that's a bit too early for tires. I wonder if he's hit the wall or something. To be fair.
That could be possible. Murray Amar has indeed overtook him, but to the pits, Harrison goes. Crew just pushes it in a bit to the box, and we're going to see what can be happened here. Wonder with the virtual earnings remaining, what's it looking like here? Cheeky's still 46, so he's using up most of it, so we can expect him to pit pit earlier in comparison to the others. Hendricks, one of the better to save it, and Amari Amar also there, and yeah, you can hear the heartbreak from Alejandro. Was indeed a disconnection. All our thoughts and prayers to you, man. It was looking to be a very, very good race, but indeed, Harrison XL for the 7th. A unique pit stop because it's not actually on the start finish straight, it's actually just before it. It's on through to the airfield, and as a result, cars have to go through the final corner without pit box. I hate Sebring.
I love Sebring, to be fair. I've gotten my endurance triple crown here.
Oh, here we go. We got scheduled pit stops on the board. So Emil Arp, I think, has just followed through what Persson has done. So I think it might be scheduled. But indeed, it is going to look like that for as it stands. Because as battle that we have right now, Linus Spilkushkas and Harry Hamon for P4. And Spilkushkas has been pretty good indeed for himself thus far upon his return to GT3 racing. at in Phoenix Sports. Pushkushkas, of course, uh, has actually never finished a race. He's made a did not start appearance back over at Portugal, I believe. And then a DNF at Qatar. So so despite things being thrown his way, he's actually doing very well to hold on through to fourth. And Karen Rivera, as we've seen from his the early lap incidents that had happened, has done pretty well. Did we did see why Ben were dropped on the field, right?
Yeah, we saw. It was a. It was, I think, impact to the impact to the wall or spin. I don't even remember. I'm focused too much on the commentary, so I'm very sorry to the people if I don't remember.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. To answer for the question for if this will be Cheeky's second race, I think it's his. It's the fourth race that he's made for an appearance on. Made his debut back at Le Mans. Actually, did get a podium to his name back then. I think. No, it was in Qatar. It was in Qatar he made his debut, and then came out nice and close to his to a win back in Le Mans, and then did not show in the first time we were here in America, I think. And then yeah, and then he made his return back at Spa. So that has been effectively for the course of David Cheeky's performance thus far. As we look over through to the GT3s, and indeed, I see Harry Hammond and Spokushkas in the midst of a battle here for the edge of the podium. And this is going to be quite interesting. Two German manufacturers. It's going to be quite an intense fight here. Again, with the bumpy surface, it's going to be quite hard to see how that's just going to effectively be able to continue on for this battle. You have to be notoriously very careful as they're both going to go through to Le Mans. And again, Spokushkas going a little bit wide, trying to get up for the late apex a bit much onto the grass. Spokushkas goes. Harry Hammond has to use through the slipstream now, heading over through to the sunset bend. Maybe have to worry about for the hypercars. It didn't do his favor. Looking over for round to the outside. Here we go. Oh my goodness, he's going to try to look for the switchback. But Spokushkas was already there and has to take already evasive action there.
And look at this.
Cuts right through the inside.
Harry Hayman
My goodness me, what a great exit from Harry. Is he going to be able to make it work that for turn one? Is he going to go free wide heading over for the first corner? My goodness me. And look at this. The BMW hypercar runs right through, and so will Harry. What a fantastic move there.
Yeah, that was a very fantastic move from Harry Hayman. But look at this. This will pretty much interrogate Kenneth Dahl Peterson's. He's going to be frustrated with this traffic because he's trying to catch up the field again. But look at this. He's going through the GT3s, but he needs to really get. Oh, a touch of the grass as well. But do be careful there, Kenneth, because you have a championship to fight here and damage limitation, basically. But Harry Hayman did a brilliant move on Linas Spokauskas again.
Okushkas, I think it might be the name, but I'm not entirely sure. If he's in for the interview, we'll see how to pronounce his name through correctly. But Harry Hammond, a debutant here in Tier 1 for promotion of Tier 2, I reckon. Very, very good assurance from him to land himself very respectable fourth place. Especially, look at the front end of his car. It is completely damaged. And for those that are in the approaching for the Halloween season, it looks like a pumpkin face.
Yeah, it does look like a pumpkin face, to be fair. Apologies, I can't spell correctly right now. I think I've become too energetic for this commentary right now.
I think also Yuho can't pronounce correctly because it's pronounced, not to spell. Or whatever you said.
Wow. Wow, that's nerd emoji.
Kenneth Peterson, I think, is approaching over to Emil Arp, so again with the pit stop through to his name, be able to take through to an advantage here with a fresher set of tires, and we'll be able to capitalize that on a lighter fuel load. That's indeed to be possible, though.
Yeah, that was a bit of a lockup from Emil Arpe. But yeah, look at this. Dahl Peterson is trying to catch up to Arpe. He's gaining and gaining and gaining, but it might not come at this straight to the corner. But I think he can break very late. Oh, look at that. Never mind. It's going on this corner, and he makes the move done because Emil Arpe has gone off wide with the lockup. He felt the pressure from the second place in the championship, Kenneth Dahl Peterson, but there we go. Move has been done, and Dahl Peterson is up to the points to still uh, do damage limitation on this championship as well.
Good move. Good move. I'm not sure if Emilov was really through expecting through that sort of situation, but indeed, absolutely indeed, it's been pretty hard to see what Hap can now do, having to come down through late. Thank you to all the people that have raided the server, especially the S09 and we have fun F1. Thank you very much for the lovely 7 viewers, and thank you all to everyone there that's doing for a chat, as we could just see one of the cars in the background going why. I think that might have been not sure who that was. Is that Nadal's? No, Nadal's is still out. What am I on about?
Yeah, Nadal is out.
He's a
But-
Nadal's is out. Oh my goodness me, Amari Amar. Yeah, that front end is really damaged from that massive impact that we just seen him hit, and a bit of bad news there for Cadillac team to be in that sort of situation. I think Ryan Ward is still holding on pretty good. Andrew Tiger, his teammate, meanwhile, into the pits.
Into the pits comes the P5 merchant, currently in P4, Andrew Taggart. But either way, if this was real life, Amari Omar's crew would be hammering the front of the car to get that dent back into a normal front bumper at least. Because I think they're running out of spare parts at this point.
Samuel Bellman's pit stop is quite a long while. Don't think
I
he-
think he's repairing the car, to be fair, here.
Yeah, that could be true. I think it's repairing back from what happened in the first lap. So, strategic call. Andrew Taggart exits out for the pits in P5. His comfort zone, shall we call it?
Yeah, pretty much like his home position. It's like he's back at home. P5.
Fireland. No, that was. Oh my
Fireland.
goodness me! Lorenzo Hendricks out of the track.
Oh, oh no.
He still holds on, but it's bad news because he was within 10 seconds, I think, of Ryan Ward, and now that's gone. And goodness me, that was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, I think he just was pushing the car a lot, and he realized that, uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. And then, unfortunately, it has gone bad for him. 21 seconds behind Ryan Ward, the championship leader. But it's unfortunate for Lorenzo Hendricks, to be fair. He was running in third place. He's still in third place. I thought he dropped down for a moment, but never mind. But it happened just suddenly.
I'm trying to remember where he went off. So it was just very recently. Le Mans Ultimate, please fix your replays. Sincerely me. There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go. So
this is coming up through the second sector now. Again, a narrow stretch of land, and has to try and keep it through cool. Swings around for the outside onto the.
Oh, touches the grass. Yeah,
grass.
that's the thing. What you have to focus on the track while you're how do I say it? Overtaking the GT3s, and it just goes wrong when you overtake the G3s and then unfortunately misjudge the corners. But Amari Amar is in the pits currently. It seems like, yeah.
He's exiting
There
out
we go. repairs. I think there was as well offered him, and cameraman's doing something today.
Probably.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello to
he's
the
managed to
ambulance.
recover back over, and we'll have to suffer through lots of traffic, but we'll still keep on through. That front end is not fixed, but I think it might be. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that makes it worse. I think. Okay, he's not crabbing around, but I think check the onboard. He might have some left suspension damage from that impact.
No.
No, it seems like the steering is straight currently when we see the helmet cam, but yeah, that suffers him a lot right now, a lot of time. And look at this, he's just overtaking one of the GT3s, the Halloween themed as we call it now, the of that GT3. As yeah, Mario Mar, it goes very badly for him. As yeah. Oh, he didn't get damage from that contact, but yeah, it seemed very hard that hit. To be fair.
Yeah, indeed, that is not very good news at all for him. As what a great camera work that was for myself. Um, Alligator still holds on to the lead very comfortably, 24 seconds of Stuart Brady, who well, I must say, is doing actually quite well, and looking to eye his best race performance thus far. I think we could be seeing um, the Bradley Care again. Has always finished in P1. I think Stuart Brady, this is going to be his best position, at least whenever us have been in commentary. Uh, I'll check it just to yes, it will. It's going to be his first podium in his this season. So all sunshine and rainbows for Brady as it stands. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I always say yeah, but I do want to say something. Stuart Brady he had a very unlucky moment in Spa, but today it seems like the luck is coming on his way. But I don't want to jinx anything yet or use a commentator's curse here. But he is doing absolutely amazing currently on track to at least take a P2 or a podium. As of course we're getting new viewers here. Hello.
just looking over through with the number of stops and the people that have already made their pit stops, I think the the board has already been wide open here for these drivers because usually we see them all pit in a similar window, but I think this is the first time that the window has more or less been staggered for everyone. Everyone seems to be either making the pit stops to either repair damage or effectively trying to go all on for it. So for instance, Hendricks, Dal Pearson, Harp, Amar have made their pit stops, and Wart and Cheeker the only ones left to. But meanwhile, the GT3s, as we've seen before, only Wart and Bellman made the pits and no one else. So again, that's almost effectively half the field have gone into the pits and the other half haven't. It's only 26 minutes left to go. So, okay, Sebring, you're on my good side again.
But yeah,
Change your
Chicken Ward
pit
has.
lane. Change your pit box, please. It's giving my artistic mind brain aneurysm.
I'll be honest. The pit lane is not that bad actually in this. To be fair, I mean
Get
it's not
get out of the
at the
commentary
low.
booth. I don't need your positiveness here.
Wow, wow. This is pure evilness from Amir. Reported for evil commentary.
Lorenzo Hendricks though still exits out through the pits for himself, so he's as we've mentioned through before. Yeah, the GT3s are the ones that are not doing the pit stops, but of course they can go much longer than the Hypercross. In fact, I think both of them though can do 1 hour stints fairly comfortably, but the Hypercars depreciate more in tires. Another yellow flag. What the hell? What's happening? Is that
Apologies for that language.
yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what has happened there. Was that Brady going off?
I think it was Brady. I hope I didn't curse him.
It's 5 seconds now, so I think it could have been him. All right, that's
Yeah,
okay. Let's do we have time for replays? Yes, we do. We always have time for replays here.
yeah, we do. And apologies to the viewers if there's too many replays. Yeah, there's a bit of a concern here. Lorenzo Hendricks has dropped from third to fourth.
He's went to the pits, I think.
Yeah, it might have been a pit, but yeah, but
I think
there's
it
also
could have been a pit, I think, but we'll have a look just to be sure. Where is his where did the board go? Oh, the board's only for the GT3s. I am a stupid idiot. No, it seems to be fine. I don't think he just. It's hard to see if you lost it. We could be just seeing things here, as you was saying, seeing hallucinations. Uh,
oh
quite
wow.
quite common. Well, you said it during qualifying, so can't necessarily blame me. 23 minutes left to go though. Hendricks though. My goodness me! Right down for the inside onto Andrew Tarrant. This is gonna be quite ballsy from Hendricks. Is he going to make it work? Side by side, lap traffic is gonna be the way, and Lorenzo Hendrick plays it perfectly down to a T. And what a fantastic move that was for Lorenzo.
That was perfectly timed
Oh
for
my God,
Lorenzo.
Andrew Tarrant's gone wide.
Oh no, yeah, that's gonna be a shame for Andrew Taggart. But yeah, Lorenzo played perfectly with the traffic as well. To be fair, I mean, to be fair, Taggart could have stayed behind Lorenzo in that point, but yeah, side by side, and then there's the traffic, and unfortunate for Taggart losing for third place from Lorenzo Hendricks, and yeah, Hendricks up to third now, back to the position that he wants to be in.
I think we're seeing a lot of fans for Lorenzo. This is actually saying when it comes to battling, probably one of the best on-track duelists that we have here. It's just a shame that hasn't really had the luck to really ponder into a podium. But today it could be the chance that all of Toyota and the fans of him will rejoice, and more importantly himself. Looking to be very strong though. But if Andrew, the thing I don't understand is he must have dropped off them. So he very well clearly dropped off. So we have to keep an eye for that. So I'm just gonna look for the replay again because I think he did go off somewhere then, because they said dropped off to third. So it does make sense. So I'm trying to figure out where that happened.
Yeah, it could be after the pit stop that he dropped to fourth, but here we go. We're just seeing Andrew Taggart, but yeah, it's quite a mystery currently. It's a mysterious
he
one.
just went into the pits, I think.
Yeah, I think he just went
into
to the pits
and then just dropped down a position.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, and yeah, there's
Yep.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
It was a pit stop only.
It was just a Toyota, please add boards to your car. Thank you. Makes things so much easier. But yeah, it's it was just a why is there okay, there might be a scheduled pit stop for Hendricks, not quite sure what that might be, but could be just a sign. Ryan Wart meanwhile navigating through Neil Arp and I think that was Spakushkas. Does so well. Again, Alejandro Nadales, the only retirement that we actually have thus far in the race. Again, there's another fan for Yaro Lorenzo. So, again, just so close to make his debut podium. All his fans are here to rejoice. 100 seconds clearer,
He's getting
though.
very popular. Yeah.
he is indeed. Best for him, 48.4. Wart and Cheeky only wants to one off better like that. Of course, they're going to be on. I don't know what that was. Warren tires. Kenneth Del Pearson is going to be battling with Andrew Taggart for P4. This is going to add to the momentum that Pedersen needs to just try and salvage anything for this championship run between himself. But oh my goodness me, that's so close! Through to Le Mans, my goodness me!
Oh, there's contact there. Oh, there's Taggart going off, and Doug Peterson gets up to fourth place. Oh my goodness, that was an aggressive fight from those two, but that was ambitious from Dahl Peterson. Now he's doing
Hendricks is in the
more of the
pits
damage
again.
mission. Hendricks is back to the pits. That promotes Dahl Peterson up to P3.
What? Why is Hendricks in the pits again? That. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, it might be virtual energy, possibly.
No, it can't. It can't be. It can't be. Because. Oh no! Not.
Or
that,
might be a
energy.
penalty. It might be a penalty, to be
It's not-
sure.
I don't think it's a penalty. That's very, very super unfortunate if that were to be the case. But let's
I mean,
see.
okay, I did actually, I
He's got
did not see
70%.
any.
He's got 70%, so it must have been virtual energy. But he had the pits earlier on. But
There we
oh
go.
God, that's
38%. 38%. So it was virtual energy running down the. Oh my goodness! Me, just going through the grass. But yeah, it's unfortunate for him. He was doing so good, but unfortunate about the virtual energy going down and down the drain every time, and that's when he started to realize he had to hold A and go basically
Ooh, goodness me.
to
Onto the
minimize
grass,
that
though.
damage.
Bradley goes, and he'll just about manage to hold it. Yeah, the thing is that I thought Lorenzo had already gone into the pit, so it wouldn't make much sense for him to make another pit again. So I'm wondering if maybe fuel or tires were just not allocated to him. But
Yeah, hopefully we do actually get our interview so we know what happened.
Oh my
to be
goodness me,
fair.
I'm on onto the grass.
Goes Amor! I think he's in the wall. Yeah, he's in the wall, but that's a big hit. That's a big hit. He
That's
still
the
keeps it going.
That's the second time he's done it throughout this race. And oh my goodness me, I think that is that steering trouble. No, it's not steering trouble.
No,
He still manages to hold it at least for the time being. But
that
well, at
Cadillac
least-
is a Nokia.
as you can tell, Yoho stopping it is indeed finish. Absolutely indeed. Hi Andy Park. I see you. Yeah, but very unfortunate there from Amor, but we'll still keep on through and we'll still continue in full force. I think surely maybe pits could be a possibility here. 15 minutes left to go. Still possibilities to see what can be happen here. Rivera's catching up to Brady though. It's going to come down to 1 second. So we're going to keep an eye on through that and see how that will develop between these two. 9/10 difference on the last lap between the Aston Martin driver and the currently more better Porsche driver for now. Sorry, I should
Yep.
not be saying that.
Yep, you should be sorry. But either way, about the leader situation, Cheeky and Ward have to come into the pits this lap because of the virtual energy, 4% and 6%. But depends how much they will put in.
Absolutely indeed. It is slowly coming down though. Rivera having to deal with the traffic head. Just 1.3 seconds. Again, a possibility to equal his best race result all season long in P2. I think probably one of the more notable moments of that was his battle with Bradley Cater back in Argov, or Portimao, and came agonizingly close to getting the race win, but it just sort of slipped out of his hands, I believe. But the Puerto Rican has always been, again, similar to what you've said about Ben Ward. Best of the rest.
Yep. As yeah, there we go. 1-2 will go to the pits. Cheeky and Ward. But this might be strategical. Who will have more virtual energy? Who will have the less in strategy tactics? Cheeky comes out of the pits, still in the lead, but Ryan Ward might come out behind him at least 15 to 20 seconds. Or yeah, look at that. It's growing and growing. Actually, no, 15 seconds between Cheeky and Ward.
Stuart Brady in
So
the pits.
yeah, and Stuart Brady in the pits, doing his pit stop, as Pakauskas as well in the pits as well for virtual energy and tires. Here we go for the Mercedes crew to make this pit stop count, as he has to be pushed back a little bit because he did overshoot the pit box a little bit.
Did everyone in the GT3s make their pit stops? Only Rivera and Hammond have yet to do. Cater has already made their pit stop, so we can see Rivera and Hammond going to be the last through the field to make their pit stops now. Hendricks, meanwhile, closing up to Emil Arp to salvage a double pit stop. Fortunate there from the toilet, just seems like not seem to be on his side. Double pit stop is, I think, for what could have been his first podium. Very comfortably, in fact, because again, the gap between Wharton and Pedersen was 37 seconds, and he was very, very comfortable through that. Emil Arp onto the grass, through the penultimate corner, allows for Lorenzo Hendricks to call on through, and fantastic overtake, get himself through up into P5.
Yep.
What's retired?
Emil was.
Oh yeah, what's retired?
Oh, no.
I just realized. Oh my goodness me. I'll have a look
Ryan
for that later.
Ward.
No, Ben Ward. Ben Ward's retired.
Oh, Ben Ward. Oh my goodness me, that scared me for a moment. It would have been a very big twist in the championship as well, also. But yeah, Emil had been pressured by Hendricks, but Hendricks is going very fast. He's holding A basically, just getting through everything after that double pit stop. It was unfortunate for him, but he's salvaging what he wants to do, salvaging some points and also possibly going stronger for Fuji. To be fair.
120 minutes though. It's 120 minutes is hard though, so could be possible. We're gonna see for the battle between Hammond and Brady to see how that's going to develop. It's gonna be quite close. Brady will indeed jump Hammond, and yeah, I think Hammond lost that place. Indeed, look at Andrew Taggart though, making it 3 wide. Oh my goodness me! And Brady's gonna go off, allows for Rivera to maybe the capitalize. Gonna go side by side going out for the final corner, and that is a prime example of how hypercar activity can influence a GT3 race. And now these two are gonna continue to battle on through the remaining 11 minutes left to go here.
Brady is not giving up. They're side by side going to the first corner of this racetrack. I think Brady doesn't have the advantage yet, but let's see. They're going still side by side to the third corner to make this very, very complicated for both of them, because now Cater's gonna pull away more and more if they want. I think there's not even a chance for them both to win, but this is for P2 here. Rivera trying to match his best finish of second, but now here comes Stuart Brady. Oh, he's going to set it down. He's
gone too wide.
No, he's off. He's off. And that allows Rivera to extend the gap and take second place. Oh, it was going to be very good for Brady, but he did misjudge the braking point there, following Rivera.
Wow. That was very dramatic. It could have been a very thrilling finale. Oh my goodness me, but way too deep coming through the hairpin. I think Brady was a bit of tunnel vision and just misjudged his braking zone onto Rivera. All Rivera had to really do was just make the corner. Very fortunate there from Stuart.
Yeah, it is
He
a
was running
very
P2.
unfortunate situation.
He was running P2 for the entire race. So extreme props to him for keeping through his ground. But I think Rivera just really put his strategy down to a T, because look at that. We were seeing if he was going to catch up to Harry Hammond, and look at that. Harry Hammond is just effectively 7 seconds away from Rivera, when previously Rivera was like 1 second behind Hammond before the pits, and Hammond had to pit earlier as well. So
Yeah, I mean, Hammond is doing very good with the DNF from some of the races, but 9 minutes ago here at the Le Mans Ultimate race, as the leaders are Cheeky and Cater currently, but yeah, it's been a very hectic race as well. Another Le Mans Ultimate race delivering with great action, to be fair.
oh yeah, fantastic. It's been, you know, quite incredible. It's been probably one of our most thrilling qualifyings that we've had thus far, with many people struggling and trying to see what the best that they can do. But indeed, once again, this season is going to crown a new race winner here, if Cheekin could just hold his ground and just take it in by now. Of course,
Yeah.
Ryan Wart will hold on through the second, and Del Peterson through the third. Not sure if this means that the race will continue on through to the final round in Fuji. Not sure if there will be double points for it, but could be wrong.
Could be double points because it's double the time and double the effort as well.
And this is why you worked for Formula One back in 2014, because double the effort.
Yes, indeed. 7.5 minutes to go.
Juho
Cheeky's
Ecclestone.
currently lead. Juho Ecclestone. But Cheeky's just savoring the moment here in the hypercar class. He's going for his first win after missing out many times on the victory. In Spa, he had very good pace. He actually could have challenged Wagner Marquez for the win. Oh, look at that. Emil Arbor having a lockup. Oh, look at that bump there. Like, look at this. He just bounces and bounces over that. But
I was seeing Lorenzo Hendricks about 8 tenths away. I'm not sure if he made a mistake or not. I could be wrong, but let me see. Because it was very, very close. Oh my goodness me. Play. I just want to just see, because I might have time available to have a look for that. Oh goodness me. No, that seemed to be fine. Oh my goodness me, that was a squeeze and a half. But yeah, he's just been following behind, hasn't he?
possibly. Emil Arbor was just following behind Lorenzo Hendricks. We've seen that moment. He made that mistake. I think possibly Hendricks just pulled away from Emil Arbor.
Yeah, I think so as well, but it was closing down to about 8 tenths though, so. And there's a lap traffic there from Bellman, as we've seen. Oh, that's a luck up. That was a really, really bad luck up there.
Yeah, it was a very bad lockup for Hendricks.
F1 the movie spoilers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, F1 the movie spoilers. Unfortunately, if you haven't watch. Oh, I was confused. That was a big lag spike for Emil Arbor.
No, I think that's just me, Spike.
I don't know. I think not. I don't think your internet is that peepity-poo.
Do you remember once? Oh my goodness me! Onto the grass, Neil Arp goes. But surely you didn't remember when Sonny Hayes just had a lag spike and just yeeted himself into a catch fence. So I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, that's true. Just a net code between Sergio Perez.
Indeed. Do apologize to all the viewers. I think it's been a bit of a
Oh,
hectic.
another.
It's been a hectic stream indeed for us all. I think the quality is maybe a bit lesser than what usually is. I think for the start, for instance, I've was a bit slow during qualifying, so I do apologize to the viewers for that. A bit of a mishap on my technical end, so but luckily we got the stream up and running. Yuho is alongside here with me, and again, the championship looks pretty good in Wart's favor, and we're just gonna wait for confirmation
Oof.
with 4 minutes
Harper
left to
goes
go
very.
if he will be crowned world champion. So I will quickly have a look at the stats. Oh, it
Yep.
crashed.
Harper is having a massive, massive lockup. He's just trying his best to catch up to Hendricks every time, every lap, to get P5 and possibly his best result of the season. Excuse me for that hiccup.
Yeah, you okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just had, I think, I had a bit too much spicy food, to be fair, and yeah.
I'm trying to remember what's the points. What the winner, the amount of points the winner gets, because
Winner gets at least 38 points if I'm right or wrong. I've always said that every time, right or wrong.
we'll do the calculations through in our head to see if this position between Wart and Pedersen is going to continue through to the final round in Fuji with 120 minutes. So with points, with double points, without double points. Because I think that'll be with double points. That still Bradley Cater, with the way that he's standing, is completely cemented as LMGT3 champion. Has won every single race that he's attended in, and nothing short of a masterclass from Bradley. 40 seconds clear of the next driver in Kevin Rivera, which let's give credit to Kevin as well for the first lap incident that he suffered with, along with Ben Wart and company. That it did end in complete tears for him. I will have a look over just to Ben Wart's DNF, because that was the first DNF aside from Alejandro Natales that was recorded, and we hadn't quite pictured out why he had retired. So this was about
Yep.
12 laps ago, so this was like around through the halfway point of the race.
All right, here we go.
This is coming up through to the final corner now, on with so that's Cater behind him, so he was already in the midst of, I think, being lapped or so. Heading over through Sunset Bend onto the final corner. It's very, very bumpy, and he simply slides it. Does he keep hold of it? Ooh, goodness me, what a save. Yeah, he still keeps hold of it. So it was just minimal damage, and called it quits, I think. So, unfortunate there from Ben. Just looking pretty strong around.
And I think we gotta focus on the final lap right now. I think Chiki's gone over the line to start the final lap of the race.
I think so as well. As we can just go back, please. 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 50 seconds to go. There we go. Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Here comes Chiki here on the final lap, which has been a very calm and intense race for him. I do want to take the honors of trying to commentate a crowning a new winner here, if that's okay, Amir.
Of course, be my guest. It's a special moment for everyone in Ferrari. And again, for a Tier 2 promote team midway through the season. And you can already see he's extremely happy.
He's very elated here, but he does deserve this after the heartbreak and tears, also in Spa, as it's paused again. But here he comes, David Chiki, the number 2 Ferrari, charging down the Almond Straight for the final time. It's been a flawless run in this virtual Sebring showdown. No wins all season, but tonight He's been untouchable, clean through Sunset Bend here, and here he comes across the start finish straight and across the line. David Chicky wins his first race in hypercar class. A textbook drive from start to finish, managing traffic beautifully through those 7 GT3 entries, never putting a wheel wrong. But Bradley Cater takes the win. The champion takes the win here in Sebring after a very fantastic and a dominant drive. And but today's day is for David Cheeky. Um, wow! After consistency and great drives, but nevertheless not a win in this season, he finally takes it. What a moment for him as Ward comes home second and Dahl Peterson comes home to take third, which puts them 20 points between each other for the championship. The championship will go down on Fuji, ladies and gentlemen. Ward versus Dahl Peterson.
30 points awarded, so that will mean that Kenneth Dahl Peterson will have to win Fuji, or I think the lowest they can finish is third, and for Ryan Wart to not finish, which again, there's added risks to 120 minutes, so the amount of overtimes we can expect for Fuji could double. Lorenzo Hendricks, though, he'll exit out through the few series of corners, and a bit of a heartbreak for the German, which was honestly going to be one of his best chances at the podium, but he will continue to make a charge through again. Of course, how many fans Lorenzo's got? The correct answer is all of them. Through across the line, Lorenzo will be at least a bit happy to get himself fifth, and still very, very valuable points for the championship.
Yes,
We're leaning
indeed.
for Spokushkas going in. Spokushkas has already gone in, so absolutely impressive there from everyone. So a look over through
Yep.
at the standings then. So that will be David Cheeky holds on to a very, very good win. Truly, truly heartfelt one, especially from his debut back in Qatar. Really gave it his all here in America, and Sunshine and Robos for the Ferrari crew all around, and Ryan will make it a Ferrari 1-2 with Kenneth Dahl Pearson just behind Ryan Wart. As you said, the championship will continue on through to Fuji next week. Andrew Tyrrell down behind it's equaling his best result despite it being his weakest track. Very phenomenal from the Irishman up in the fourth with Lorenzo Hendricks that was running in P3 all along and struggled with a double pit stop, but the best he could do is fifth, so good from him. Emil Harp struggled with his BMW with the bumpy surface. Be pretty happy with over in sixth with the Moria Mar. Massive collisions that he suffered from, and his front end was really damaged, but persevered to continue on to finish seventh there. Bradley Cater is his eighth race win this time round, and again, all the appearances that he's done, he's won with him being an eighth. Kevin Rivera, very good strategy call from him, very good racecraft, means that he'll be very impressed with the Aston Martin, bumping up over into the second of the GT3. Stuart Brady down through behind, running through P2 along, but final battle with Rivera means that the best that he'll be able to do is at least the third step onto the podium, but it's still very good news there from the British driver himself. Outside of that, Harry Hamad with his Tier 2 debut will be pretty happy with GT3 fourth, kept it clean throughout the race and gave battles for top of all of that, with Samuel Bellman struggling a bit behind with the Corvette, will be very good with that, with Linus Pukushkas down for behind in the Mercedes in the final finishing positions, with DNFs going to Ben Wart midway through the race with a collision with self-inflicted contact at the barrier at Sunset Bend, and Alejandro Nadales running really well at P2, but an unfortunate distant connection means that it unfortunately was not meant to be.
Yes, indeed. As I do want to get started on the interviews here with our new winner in LMU in hypercar, David Chicky. First off, David, congratulations on your first hypercar wins. Uh, After so many close calls, what does it feel like to finally stand on the top step, even in Sebring?
Well, this win was for about 2 weeks that I was planning that. So I mean, it's nothing special. It's just another win that I am planning to put on the shelf. But yeah,
Yes, indeed. But also with some of the GT3 traffic, you still managed to get past them. But was it very like challenging when you were leading most of the time?
well, sometimes it was challenging because of the GT3s going, of course, on the racing line, and yeah, because they are slower. It was a little bit challenging in the triple corner and in turn one, but other than that, it was all fine.
Yep. Well, best of luck to you for Fuji, and I hope we can see you there. And congratulations again.
Thank you.
As I do want to get to Ryan Ward as well, the championship leader in hypercar. Ryan, good good race from you. Congratulations on P2. But now it's like at least 20 points separating you and Kenneth through to the finale. What do you have expectations for Fuji, and how was the race from your point of view?
Um, yeah. First of all, I want to say congratulations to David. He was just uncatchable today in qualifying. Just I couldn't put it all together, but he was too fast anyway. And in the race, he was just stellar. Unlucky for Nadal's, who had a connection issue. But yeah, as far as Fuji, I haven't driven Fuji in 4 months, so I have no real idea how Fuji's going to go. But because it's the final, I will be practicing this week, unlike this week. But no, the race, as far as the race went at Sebring, it was pretty standard. I've had a couple of difficulties on my first laps recently. Having watched the streams back and stuff like that, I've noticed that I've had really bad starts and always had to fight my way back through. Um, so I wanted to make sure, having had a pretty poor qualifying of fourth when I should have been second, I felt. Um, I knew that I had to make a good start, and Nadal's going up the inside of Kenneth in turn one gave me that opportunity to get Kenneth, who is obviously my championship rival. So yeah, no, good race, P2. So unlucky for Mav, he should have been third, um, but lock up and a couple of little small mistakes, and he's fourth. But no, good for the team. We must be very close to the team championship. So yeah, positive. Looking forward to Fuji.
Yes, indeed, and thank you for that, and best of luck for Fuji.
Thank you.
As I will move over to Maverick as well. P4, matching your best result of the season. Unfortunate that you couldn't get the podium, but either way, how does it feel in this race?
You know what's funny? We are 3 points away from clinching the title. If we get 3 points next week, that's all we need. Even if and our rivals would need to win and get P2 as well. So we are so close. We're on the cusp of being champions. But at the same time, that race felt like a little bit of it slipped away from us. I think it was probably wrong to not take tires. I think once we locked up a few times, we should have just taken tires and just gone from there. I think trying to do the no tires with so many little tiny micro mistakes cost us P3 today. Congratulations to Kenneth who does get that P3 and hangs on in the championship. But yeah, the podium just slipped away again today. It just seems so close, but yet so far away.
Yep, unfortunate for you, but quick question: as you're the boss man of this, um, will Fuji be double points? Is it
No,
double? No.
it is single points. We have scrapped the double points. So
Okay. All right then.
it is
Well,
still
we were
length though.
wondering.
It is still
Yeah,
2 hours.
double rank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Either way, thank you, Mav, and yeah,
Thank you.
Amir, you can take control.
Um, Do you have do you have any final thoughts though, Yuho, for what we have seen?
Oh yeah, today was an amazing race from all of the drivers. Unfortunate for the drivers that were running very good, Nadalis and Ward, of course, not getting the positions that they wanted today. But yeah, it's unfortunate nature of sim racing. Sometimes also sometimes power goes out or network goes out. We feel for them, but either way, also mistakes. We do feel for them as well. But either way, today was a race that I could rewatch on as well. As yeah, now the team's championship is one hand with Migler Pilota, and but now Ryan Ward is one hand on the trophy of the Hypercar Drivers' Championship. So this will be interesting. If Kenneth Dahl Peterson can stop Ryan Ward to win the championship, then this will be interesting, to be fair, how it pans out in Fuji. But best of luck to the drivers also.
Well, what can I say? Sebring has well and truly delivered and has proven to the viewers and to the drivers why it is one of the most important venues in the American endurance scene, indeed. So, again, with all of its technical challenges and its bumpiness, it has well and truly delivered both in qualifying and in the race. And that means that with the way it stands, the championship is going to continue all the way down to the grand finale at Asia in Japan at Toyota's base, rather, in fact, all over at the Fuji Speedway. And it's going to be very interesting to see, given that we have seen the different characteristics of it. Fuji is indeed has that mix of both speed and the real technical prowess of the third sector that it will happily deliver, which makes it very phenomenal to host the final round here at 120 minutes as well, which is going to put all the more pressure to the drivers as we have seen them navigate not only just through qualifying at the 60 minutes, but now 120 minutes is going to wait for them at the grand finale. It all comes down to this. And until then, we have a look over through the standings for looking over to the final round of the series. And it's Ryan War 221 points ahead of Captain Pearson, 200 points. So it's 121 points difference to Fuji with that battle between Armstrong's two. Sebastian Bell still holds on to third with Andrew Targart 114 points. So he's slowly catching up to Sebastian Bow in P3, if it might stand. Kenzo still fifth. Lorenzo has improved up into sixth, 5 points adrift from the Frenchman, but into release and still seventh with David Shiki. Now finally breaks into the top 10 with his race win, 64 points with Marvin Ressa now 53, and Mario Mar also breaks into the top 10. 43 points for him. In the GT3s, Bradley Cater is your GT3 champion, 304 points. From there, with Ben Ward, 184 points. This round has been his drop round with Cameron Rivera is slowly catching up a bit, 167 points. Samuel Bellman stalls to fourth, 76 points, with Matthew Webb only 3 points different there. Stuart Brady, 62 points. Alex Atelier, 54 points. Mihail Bartels, 50 points. And Zachary Evans, 39 points. And Adine Satsvermeer with 30 points. Well, any closing thoughts on this, Yuho?
Yes, I'm looking forward to Fuji. I think Fuji will be absolutely amazing, in my opinion, because, of course, two championship rivals fighting for the last two hands or one hand on the trophy of becoming the Phoenix Sim Sports LMU champion, but also seeing possibly a new winner. Possibly, could it be anyone in this in the hypercar or GT3 class? Who knows? Because all the time, Fuji delivers.
This championship kicked off all the way back at Monza over in July the 26th, and a very phenomenal start to the race it was, continuing over through to Bahrain, then back over to Imola, through to Portimao, Qatar, Le Mans, Kota, Spa-Francorchamps, and now it has finally concluded here at Sebring. Only one track is left for the challenge of these drivers here at the 15th season of the Le Mans Series Tier 1 at Phoenix Simsport, and it is indeed the fantastic and track with a very different aura than the others as well in Fuji Speedway. It's going to host through the final round of this 10-round championship. A lot of positions up to play for these grueling 2 hours. It's going to be a big task for these drivers to follow. But until then, Fuji is going to bring up all the challenges coming through next week as we set our grand finale on the 27th of September, same time, same place. Thank you very much to Juho Soppinen for co-commentating alongside with me. Thank you for all the drivers that have participated for this race and made it a truly classic. And thank you all to the fans that have indeed for watching and for your continued support and your engagements. I've been Emirates. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you over at Fuji.
I'm Joe Sopanen. Goodbye.